What's good, gang? Back at you with another video. Look, a myth is old as Emu. A battle we can only pray to get. Mihawk versus Shanks. Shanks versus Mihawk. We got RDC. You know, they very anime. Uh, they have good anime knowledge. And today we're gonna get their opinion. This video is not completely about Mihawk and Shanks. They switched the topic real quick. So, but I wanted to break down and see their opinions. Not super elaborate. Like I said, RDC world when it comes to One Piece, they're not super fans. Like I don't want to say they're casuals, but they're not like Brago DAce or King of Lightning, Psy or Power Vision. But let's see what they got to say. My guess is that Leland is a Mihawk fan, and John is, and then the rest will be Shanks fans. But it's obvious who will win that fight, and I'll explain why.
Love a loyal queen. Every Mark versus Lee argument reminds me of Shanks versus Mihawk debates, and we know who always win in those. W Himothy, W Red Hair. Hey man, thank you, bro.
Man,
as long as you know, man.
we just need to see equal stats from equal like feats from both, bro.
Shut up.
Why
Right
equal
now, right now,
stats?
Saints got the ups. We seen
Shanks-
Wait. What did he mean by equal stats? Like, you see it already. Mihawk is most likely the better swordsman before Shanks lost his arm, and he's definitely the better swordsman now. But if we're talking equal stats, we've seen it already. Shanks literally hockey phoned a vice admiral. No, an admiral. He pulled up to Marineford and shut it down. Now, looking in retrospect, it could have been because, he has ties to the Celestial Dragons with him being Figureland. But upon his request, Sengoku shut the war down. Akainu didn't have nothing to say. And yeah, just even in Film Red, him pulling up on Kizaru, putting the blade to his neck, and then flexing his Conqueror's hockey, but at the same time being the guy that can shut down observation hockey. And you're telling me that Mihawk in a battle to the death can beat Shanks? No.
Got the up? What loyalty do you owe to Mihawk? Why the fuck? Why do you think shit? Nigga,
bro, I'm going off of what they said.
I don't care what they said.
They used to fight all the time.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Both arms.
I'm not even.
And what they said is that Shanks is stronger. It's just that simple. Anybody arguing that Mihawk is stronger than Shanks, you're going off complete bias. Now, if I was a Shanks fan and I said Shanks is way stronger than Mihawk, that's not bias. That's just objective from what the story has told us and showed us. But if they're having a duel, like we know Zoro and Mihawk will have in the future, then yes, Shanks could possibly lose because not only does he have one arm, but Mihawk is the better swordsman. It's the same way, and I got to react to this video because I watched it a long time ago, but I should do a reaction to it. But this guy, he broke down the difference between a duel and just using a sword. So let's take King, for example. King had a sword, but he claims like, hey, or his sword takes other people's swords because it has dents into it. So he can snatch it and hook it and take it away from you. And Zoro's like, what the hell? You're cheating, bro. That is not swordsmanship. If anything, you're just using it to have the advantage on your opponent that has a sword because you could take it from them. Ideally, in a duel, that would be cheating. So he would be disqualified, or there's no honor in that. So Yes, in a duel, Mihawk would checkmate him, but I think overall, Shanks would body him in a 1v1 because his sword slashes imbued with his conqueror's haki. Oh my gosh. And we only got a taste, the tip of the iceberg with divine departure against Kid. So imagine Mihawk, granted, it wasn't a named attack, had his attack thrusted into the air by Jozu. So, and like I do agree with Leland, we got to see further stats of Mihawk showing a variety of attacks, named attacks too, and we got to confirm that he has Conqueror's Haki to actually scale this battle. But as of now, Shanks is over Mihawk, bar none. It's just not even a question.
A lot of you, bro. Oda just be saying shit anyway.
That's what he said.
This nigga will say some shit that I promise. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. But I'm not giving Mihawk over Shanks. No, I don't care, bro. I'm not doing it.
Bro, but Jay, I understand writers do be saying, they just be saying whatever, but nigga, do the math, bro. They was tying and he had two hands. He lost one of them hoes.
Hey, Luffy,
bro.
can you hear me, Luffy?
Exactly. They were tying back in the day in a sword battle. But let's put both of these guys bloodlusted. Or if Mihawk was still in his bounty hunter days and he had to go collect the bounty and bring Shanks in, do you think he's bringing Shanks into the Marines? Be honest. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to do that. But guys at home, put it in the comment section. I would love to hear a good argument. What is Mihawk going to do against a divine departure? Because that was a bloodlusted attack. Shanks gets stronger when his homies is on the line. So yeah, we just don't have any concrete evidence yet to argue for Mihawk. So I mean, that could be just, recency bias as far as in we only know about Shanks' strongest attacks and have more feats for Shanks. I can't see Mihawk defeating Shanks in a 1v1 if it was a serious fight. But in a duel, yes. So we gotta not blur the lines and actually come up with a definitive, we have to come up with a definitive way to pin these guys against each other. Is it a bloodlusted fight to the death, or is it just a battle? So you guys in the comment section, let me know. And then I'll give you my answer based off that. If it is to the death, I got Shanks. If it is just a sword duel and we're giving it Shanks now with just one arm, Mihawk got it, obviously. And then even if he did have two arms, Mihawk might still have it in a swords duel. Because I don't think Shanks was necessarily always refining his sword skills. I think he had fun with it, and that's why him and Shanks, got along and dueled a lot. But I believe overall Shanks probably prides itself on his conqueror's haki and his haki in general.
Man, go knock this nigga. No, hold on, no, because this ain't even a Luffy fight. Zoro, go knock this nigga off, bro, and stop playing, bro. Right. We already know you're gonna do it. Just get to it a little faster.
Exactly. So, if we put it in perspective, if Zoro is Mihawk's final opponent and Zoro's final opponent is Mihawk, by the end of the story, do you think Zoro stacks up to Shanks? Let me know. Do you guys think he stacks up to Shanks? Zoro. Shoot. Fast forward 50 years. Do you think that version of Zoro stacks up to Shanks in his prime? No. It's just I can't see it. from everything that we've seen, like Zoro is just now in this in Elbaf learning about Conqueror's Haki. Kaido tried to let him know on the rooftop, and he didn't even know. So now Gaban is doubling down, like, hey, bro, you got Conqueror's Haki. You're the second mate of Yonko, bro. Be more be more aware of what you are wielding. And this guy is gonna defeat defeat Mihawk in a sword duel. Where before Zoro couldn't mess with Mihawk. But now in the level, he's gonna slaughter Mihawk in a sword duel. But if it was maybe a fight to the death, Mihawk might have the advantage or Zoro might have the advantage. Either way, they're not on Shanks' level when it comes to like just pure fighting.
Bro, so we can stop wasting time, bro. Like with this nigga, me and Leland argument. Like, let's knock that nigga off, bro. He tried to embarrass you back in the day.
I'm not trying to embarrass him, bro.
Nah, hold on.
You try to hold me up.
No. I'm not trying to hold Mihawk. I actually fuck with Mihawk, but when you put him against Shanks,
fuck with Shanks.
When you put him against Shanks, no, you don't fuck with that nigga. Don't say that again, nigga. You don't fuck with Shanks.
I got two.
If you mess with Shanks, there's no way you're saying you got Mihawk over him, or we gotta wait and see. No, you just know because everything that Oda has shown us is Shanks is that guy. He stopped Kaido in his tracks from coming to Marineford. I don't know what kind of wicked strength you have or mouthpiece you have to convince Kaido not to come, but it has to be A1. Cause Kaido is like on 10 with everybody. Like he wants to die. He wants to fight anybody. And that kind of like, even to this day, it makes me question Kaido as far as in like all this like only the strongest and da-da-da. I'm always looking for a challenge. Two things. Why you ain't just jump into the ocean? Maybe because he had the fish fruit. We learned that later on in Wano. But then also, if you wanted to die, why you ain't just fight Shanks? When he tried to stop you from Marineford, you should have been like, nah, get out my way. Nah, bruh. It's crazy when like certain individuals get around Shanks and they turn pussy. They turn pussy. Like everybody talk about how Blackbeard is a chump because he didn't want to fight Shanks in Marineford, but he told us, I'm not ready for you right now. And that's another reason why I think Blackbeard might possibly kill Shanks in the future, because he stated like, I'm not ready for you right now. So that's definitely, they gotta have a battle later on in the story, hopefully after Shanks and Luffy reunite. But I'm tired of characters like being all big and bad and want to smoke with everybody, but when a real nigga pull up, you get quiet. Like there's no way Akainu was about to kill Kobe and kill other Marines because they didn't want to fight no more. But then Shanks pulls up and says, hey, no, we're done. We're not fighting no more. And anybody I got a problem with that, you could go against me and my crew. And I get it. Sengoku is a fleet admiral and he told everybody to stand down. But it didn't look like Sengoku had a tight leash on Akainu. But you know what? In that moment, he was quiet. It looked like he was just following orders from Sengoku. But if it was somebody else, or if it was let's say Kaido, he would have still fought. Well, we don't know that because maybe he couldn't beat Kaido 1-on-1 either. Let me not get into that. That might be a video for another day. Let me know if you guys want that, Akainu versus Kaido. That would be a good matchup. But and then obviously who else? Kaido. Why did Kaido turn around from the Red Boy Wonder? Because he knew. I will get on that quick in a hurry. So yeah, I don't know why I knew Leland would try to make an argument for Mihawk, and he's not even making a good one. He's just saying like we gotta wait for more, which is okay, fair, but you can't give us no concrete evidence that Mihawk is just stronger or can take Shanks to the death. Excuse me.
Shank shirts, nigga.
I don't give a fuck how many Shanks shirts you got, bitch. You got a shirt.
Anyways, I think that's pretty much it as far as them talking about Mihawks versus Shanks. If you like what I had to say, like the video. If you disagree with what I had to say, go ahead and leave a comment down below. And if you want to come back for more, you got to subscribe. You got to hit that post notification button so you'll always be updated with my videos. I'm coming out with content, all One Piece, anything anime related. So I will be venturing off into Attack on Titan eventually, and then Naruto and Cowboy Bebop, whatever. It doesn't matter, but mainly right now I'm keeping it One Piece because that's what I have a passion for. That's what I enjoy talking about. But if you want to let me know your thoughts and opinions, go ahead and leave a comment down below, and I'll get back to you at the next video. Peace.